Welcome to Hot Sour Sparkles. I'm Stephen Davis, and this is going to be my top 5 2D art games of PAX South 2017. So, we're going to begin with not number 5, but with an honorable mention that didn't quite make the top number 5. It's going to be Black Sea Odyssey by Spiral Summit Games. It was a Kickstarter that got 12,000 of its 10,000 asking, and has a release date. Let's see, it's release date already on Steam for $9.99, and come to consoles at some point. But it was only had like one TV at PAX, and I sat down and started playing a little bit. It's got a nice little art style. You basically play in space on like a hoverboard, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but doesn't matter. It makes for good gameplay. And you fly around, and these monsters appear. Ooh. And you shoot like this spear rope, or spear attached to a rope, at enemies. And once you've done enough damage to them, you can rip off their body parts. You shoot a bunch of arrows at them. There's like a bunch of different upgrades, of course, as you go through the levels. I get to play through one complete level and fight this giant boss at the end. But it's really cool. You get to tear all your enemies to pieces and just rip off arms and eyes and all kinds of stuff from them. I think the rest of the environment's pretty destructible. It's like chests hidden in and stuff, and you can go through the environment and do things. But it was a lot of fun, and I definitely check it out if you like the little trailer I'm playing about it. You should definitely go check it out, especially if you play on Steam. But moving to number 5, which is going to be Sundered by Thundered Lotus Games, and it's also a Kickstarter game that's still asking. Even though it's already made all its money, it still has, I think, 4 or 5 days left. But let's see, it made 76,000 of its 19,000 asking. So very cool. Its release date is 2017 on PC and PS4. So we'll see, hopefully sometime this year, sometime we'll get a little bit more information about it. But this game could have possibly made it higher on the list, maybe to number 2 or number 3, but they kind of, not a great start off. They start you off and they just like, here, you can fall down the pit, here's a few hundred enemies. So after 6, 7, 8 tries, I'm playing this game like, I just keep getting slaughtered. I think a little too easy. I think they need to give you a little bit more health, because I died just all over the place. But I look over and this girl's playing, and she's like, oh, she beat it. Well, she's doing better than me. So I take her tactic, which is just dodge to left to right, or left to the wall, and then wait till all the enemies kind of come at you and group together, and then shoot your big main weapon that you only have limited bullets with, but it was the only way to get past the part. So after going from one side to the other and doing that, you get through a little bit more, some more platforming, some more enemies, some things you have to dodge through. So it was more fun once I got through that part. So I think they definitely could have put together a better demo, but it was good. I really did enjoy it. It had very pretty art. You can follow these guys at Thunder Lotus on Twitter, just to kind of see what's going on if you find this to be interesting at all. So moving on to number 4, which was it's called Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom by Gabe Atelier, and published by FDG Entertainment, by the guys that did Oceanhorn and Blossom Tales. Now, Oceanhorn was also there. I didn't get a chance to play it. It probably would have jumped on the list if I did. But I saw it down at the end. I'm like, I'll play that later. And I didn't return to it, like I've done with several other games at PAX. I'm going to get to it, and then I get distracted and I forget and I just don't try it out. I already know what Oceanhorn is. I've heard a lot about it. But back to Monster Boy. It's Zelda if Zelda was a 2D side-scroller. You start off with your sword. Your uncle is, I believe, the bad guy of the game. He's like a wizard. He's like super drunk. And he's flying around with his barrel and changing things and making enemies. And so you're chasing him. So you get up, you grab your sword, and you fight enemies with just your sword and little slice. Just like older classic Zelda games. And let's see, you get upgrades, you get a shiny shield that reflects fire back at the enemies, you get heavy boots so you can go under water, and then you fight a giant octopus. And then you get, after you beat that, you get turned into a pig that has a special power to smell, so you can open secrets. And it felt very, very Zelda. But it was a lot of fun. It had a very nice art style, and I'll be very interested when it actually finally comes out. It said it had a release date sometime in 2017. So, anytime this year. So I'll be happy to see when we actually get that. You can follow them at Game Atelier, which is Atelier. But moving on to number 3, which is a game that I didn't think I was going to like a lot until Robert's like, oh, we passed it I think once or twice. I'm like, that doesn't look that interesting. It didn't have a huge line, but it had a consistent line. And I was like, oh, we'll get in line. And they had a switch. So I was like, all right, let's get in line. And we get up there, and the game is Has Been Heroes. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's called Has Been Heroes. It's by Frozen Byte and being published by Game Trust. So we get up there, and we start off, and Robert tells the guy after, he tells us that it's like Plants vs. Zombies. I'm like, oh, that doesn't help very much. I've never played the older Plants vs. Zombies. He's like, well, it's like Plants vs. Zombies except both sides move. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll see how that goes. And then Robert's like, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. So the guy helps him. And then I'm over here, I'm like, I'm just clicking buttons like, all right, what does this do? What does this do? How do I do this? How do I move? How do I do it? And turns out you have skeleton enemies coming at you, and you have your group of 5 characters going towards them, all in 3 lanes. And you can swap your characters. If one attacks, then you can swap with him, and then swap. The ones are off that you can swap. And then you can chain together multiple attacks, and then you also have spells you can shoot at the enemies. And then once you do enough attacks, the back characters, or like magicians, or some kind of magic-based characters, and they give you special power abilities to do extra stuff. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I was going to, that I went back, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. I collected all the pins they had for the game. It was a lot of fun. But that's why it made number 3. Now, I didn't play this next game as much as I played Has Been Heroes, but it was really, really good. So let's go ahead and move on to number 2. If I can figure out what number I'm on. Number 2 is going to be Nefarious, which has a wonderful art style, drawn very pretty. It's feels very Mega Man. And let's see, you don't play as your hero. You see your hero. You don't play as the knight in shining armor rescued the princess. No, you play as the villain kidnapping the princess. So you start off the level going through the castle or whatever her area may be. They all seem to be looking different, and then halfway through you pick up a princess and you throw her on her shoulder. And the rest of the level you gain like a new ability because she's with you, and their goal is to escape. I was told you get to fight the hero a couple different times through the game, so we'll see how that turns out. I wonder what kind of ending that game could have. Are we going to have a hero triumphant and just beat you, the villain, or is the villain going to actually succeed? I don't know. Let's see, this was also a Kickstarter game. It got exactly, just barely over 50,000 of the 50,000 it was looking to get. This was released last year, so it's already on Steam for $14.99. I highly suggest checking it out. It was a lot of fun. Fortunately, I gotta wait till it comes to consoles, because most everything comes to Steam, and then it takes a while to get to consoles, if it comes to consoles at all. That's another reason I love going to PAX. I get to play a lot of stuff I normally wouldn't be able to play. You can follow the guy at Josh Hano, H-A-N-O, and just kind of keep up what's going on. I definitely follow him because I want to know when this game's come where I can play, because I definitely want to try it out. I heard there's a lot of secrets and stuff about it. It was really fun. So, see, number 1. The number 1 game I had I played it at the last PAX South and maybe even PAX East. I'm not positive. But I've played it a couple times. I really love it, and the game is Lightfall. Now I love this. It controls so perfectly. It's very, very, very simple, but it controls so perfectly. It's been done by Bishop Games. It's a little small four-guy team, and there's no release date still. So they've been working on it for a while. Of course, it's coming to Steam like everything else does. So I can't wait till eventually it'll come. But I'll just keep playing it at the PAXs when I get the opportunity. I'll be back at PAX East sometime soon. It's happening here in the next month. Yeah, month. So, but it has a Limbo vibe, just as far as the aesthetic, how it looks. It got a lot of black in the foreground. Your character's pretty much almost a shadow outline, and very, very pretty background. It's very pretty. But you go through, and it's all platforming. You go through, it can be very, very quick. It's very, very precise. You can climb walls, and then you get this cube that you can control. And I believe, which button do you jump with? I believe you jump with X. Yeah. But if you hit X again, or if you hit square, or you hit triangle, or hit circle, that's where the cube appears around you. So you can jump forward, hit circle, and land against the cube to climb it. And then one of them makes it where it appears, and then you can control it. And you can move the cube where you need it to be. So you block lasers, and you solve little miniature puzzles as you're platforming. But it's absolutely fantastic. The first time I did it, I actually broke the game a little bit, or I made it far enough to break the game. No, I accidentally did something that they didn't necessarily expect me to do, but they knew it was a problem. I ended up breaking the little boat that was in there. I left it behind or did something with it that made it where I could not progress with the game. But this time, they definitely had more to the game. I played a lot more of it. It's a lot of fun. Definitely worth being at number 1. But I believe that is dead. That was all. That was my top 5 and honorable mention. So, finish everything off. I'm going to drink the fancy shot, the sparkle shot with more sparkles, as always. Oh God! All right, I lost the count. But you can definitely follow them. Follow at Bishop Games Team, which is their Twitter. So, cheers to you. Ah! But that's that's the end of the show. You can reach me at BJJ Gamer. You can reach the show at Hot Sour Sparkles. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you are at PAX South, what you thought of the games. But until next time, be well.